You'll need your block nearby. Take your toes to touch, knees out towards the edges of your mat. Relax your forehead to the mat. Take this moment, close your eyes. Take all 10 fingers, spread them out on the mat. Hear the sound of your breath. Inhale and exhale. Soften your body like water. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, draw the pit of your belly in and up, lift up through tabletop, and go to your downward facing dog. Take your feet hip-width distance apart, bend one knee, then the other, and shake your head side to side. Look for grounding here through your hands and through your feet, pushing the weight evenly between all four parts that are meeting on the mat. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. On your next exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Get there, soften your knees, let your chest hang to your thighs. Grab opposite elbow, ragdoll. Let your head hang, sway a little bit side to side. Release your hands, bring your ankles and toes closer together. Ground down through all four corners of your feet, rise all the way up. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes. Set your intention. I invite you to be bold today and set your intention for the whole week. That you're going to go out this month feeling strong, feeling ahead of the obstacles in front of you, feeling intentional. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Open your eyes, inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze that belly button in, forward fold. Breathe in, flat back. Bend your knees, step back to your high plank. Take your feet hip-width distance apart. Knees are lifted. We're not staying here for long, so try not to modify unless you need to for your shoulders. Push off your toes, shift forward. Hug those elbows in, lower down. Try to hit the halfway push-up. Relax your feet. Inhale, lift your chest. This is upward dog or a little bit lower down cobra. You do what's right for you. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, travel back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to do that 3 more times. Make your way to the top of the mat. You can bend your knees and hop, or you can take a walk there. Everybody meet in your forward fold. Push through your feet. Inhale, reach all the way up. Arms sweep up, gaze is up. Hands through heart center. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, straighten your legs, hands to shins, flat back. Meet back, high plank. All right, here's your Chaturanga. Laura last week called it Chimichanga. Whatever you want to call it, it's a low push-up. Here we go, low push-up all the way down. Relax your feet, lift your chest. Lower down, tuck your toes, take it back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Use more water in your posture, more flow, more filling up space, more liquid. Top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back, high plank. Start looking for your breath here. Push forward. You can do this modified on your knees. Hug those elbows in, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Good. Exhale, lower. Take a breath in, push through your high plank and back to your downward dog. Breathe out. Last one, toes to touch. Bend your knees, take a hop. Try to make it top of the mat. If you don't make it all the way there, you will someday. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, belly in, forward fold. Breathe in, flat back. You've got this. Step back, high plank. Low plank, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward dog or cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Take a breath in. Travel to the top of your mat. Find yourself in a big forward fold with your knees bent a lot. So I have my weight in heels, toes are light, and I'm bending my knees like I'm gonna sit back on a stool back here. Bring your hands to heart center, lift your chest. Keep this position of the legs. You stay here, hold your gaze steady, pulling your belly button in. If you want more, take your arms all the way up. Notice this might make you a little bit breathless. You're working. Draw everything in order to make space for something brilliant to come out. Breathe in, look at that space between your hands. Beautiful, guys. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten your legs, fold. Enjoy that exhale. Breathe into your flat back. Good. Step back to your high plank. You can modify if you need to. On your knees, you're still getting strong. Low push-up. Breathe in, upward dog or cobra. Good. Take it all the way back this time to your downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. If you need to drop your left knee, do so. Otherwise, go with me. Right foot up. Step your right foot through. Get it there to your right hand. Drop your back heel. Rise up. We meet in warrior one. Amazing. Square your shoulders, square your hips. Take your shoulders down away from your ears. Set your gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your hands back down to the mat. You can drop your left knee if needed, or practice sweeping your right foot back up in there into the sky. Good. Put your right foot down. In your down dog, take your left leg up towards the sky. Good. Step your left foot forward. Rise up to your warrior one. Ava wants you to go to Disneyland with her, sorry. All right. Left foot forward, warrior one. Beautiful, guys. Square your hips, square your shoulders. Take a big breath in, reach up. Take your hands to the mat. You can drop your right knee, or you can sweep your left foot back. Meet me in your downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, one more just like that. Toes to touch, take a walk to the top of your mat or look forward, draw your belly in, hug everything in, bend your knees, float to the top of your mat. Bend your knees a lot, lift your chest. Hands can be at heart center or reaching chair pose. I'm just bursting with pride right now. Good job, guys. Get that booty back, toes are light, breathe. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back, step back. Every time showing up strong, high plank, here you are, yes you can. Squeeze your belly in, push that mat away, hug the elbows in tight, chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Good, lead with your tailbone, take it back to your downward facing dog, good work. Take a breath here. Take your right leg up towards the sky. Squeeze your knee towards your chest, step it through, rise up, drop your back foot, warrior one. Do you see how breath is a practice and it becomes very important here? Square those hips, square your shoulders, breathe, hands down, take your right foot back, lift it up towards the sky, step it down. Good, left leg high. Inhale. Use your exhale as a place of power. Pull your left foot through. Drop your back heel. Rise up, warrior one. Bend your front knee. Press down the back arch of your right foot. Breathe. Good. Take your hands down to the mat. Take your left foot back, sweep it up high. Good work. Both feet down. Breathe. Nice. Shift your body forward to your high plank. I want you to focus, open your eyes. If you're making a mean face, relax your face, relax your jaw. You've got all this power, this energy inside. It's just distributed throughout your body. I want it all coming together through your center line. Good work. Breathe in, push that mat away. Exhale. Good. Push back to your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Step your right foot to your right hand. Stay on your left toes. Rise up. Find yourself in your high lunge. You know this. Remember, if you're not stable, you can take your right foot more to the right edge of your mat. You guys got some internal heat going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Bring your hands together at heart center. Breathe. We're going to take a twist. Take your left elbow towards your right knee. Twist. Some of you have done this before, so good. Left elbow towards the right knee. You got to drop down into that front thigh more. Good. Lift your left kneecap. Breathe. Other way, Tommy. There you go. All right. Use your core. Squeeze your belly in tight. Inhale. Reach back up to your high lunge. Airplane. You know how to do this. Take your hands down and back. Palms down. Launch off your back foot. Lift. Lift your chest like you have intention. Integrate all the parts of your body into one strong, long line. Breathe. Push through that left foot. Beautiful job. Step your left foot down. Take a forward fold. If your hands reach your feet, grab your big toes with your fingers and pull. If they don't, wrap your arms around the backs of your legs and give yourself a big squeeze here. Amazing. Are you breathing? Are you showing up right here so that you can clear space out for whatever else is ahead of you? Because whatever else is in the future, there's so much more potential than whatever you've already experienced. We can't even imagine what's ahead, but it is glorious. And you are a part of it. Release your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Good. Big breath in. This is called a vinyasa to get to the other side. Here we go. Hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back, hands to your shins. Good. Soften your knees, step back to your high plank. If your shoulders are getting tired, you can modify on your knees. You're still practicing hugging the elbows in. Find that low plank position. Scoop your chest forward and up. Upward facing dog. Good. Tuck your toes, lead with the tailbone. Take it back to your downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. I'm really proud of you. Keep showing up. Squeeze your knee in. Step your left foot forward. Stay on your right toes. Crescent lunge. You're in your high lunge. Your right toes are right stacked underneath your right heel. So lift up on the toes of the back foot, Tommy. Good. There you go. That allows you to square your hips, bend your front knee more. Bring your hands to heart center. Take those shoulders down towards the center of your back, belly tight. Right elbow comes to your left knee. You can take that to the outside, like the pinky toe side of your left knee, or just take a gentle twist. Whatever is right for you. Listen to your body. Breathe. Lift your right kneecap. Good. Big breath in. Use your core. Rise back up. Good. Arms up. You've got this. Ready? Hands come down. Palms facing forward. Set your gaze. Launch. Airplane. You're on your left foot. Right foot lifted. Square your head. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. This is like you get familiar with falling and getting back up. That's your safe space right here on your mat. Squeeze. Good work, friends. Set your right foot down. Take a big forward fold. If your hands, again, reach the mat, try sliding your right hand underneath your right foot and just start to straighten out that leg. If that's not going to happen, then use your block and ground your hands on the block in front of your right foot so you can straighten out your right leg. Left knee is soft. Good. Let's switch. Release your hand from your foot if you have it there. Left hand goes underneath your left foot as the leg is bent. Then you start to straighten. So you've got a lot of tension there through the back of your left leg. Soften your right knee. If you don't have your hand going to your foot, then that left hand is just on the block with a straight left leg, bent right knee. Good work, breathe. Come all the way back up to center. Eagle pose, standing on your right leg. Stand on your right leg, take your arms out like a T. Sweep your right arm underneath your left at the elbows. And then bring your hands together. So sweep your right arm underneath your left at the elbows and then bring them together. Perfect. Pick up your left leg. You can wrap at the ankle. You can bend your right knee, wrap at the thigh. Left leg is on top. Sitting back into your right hip. Toes are light, lots of weight driving through the right heel. Belly engaged, lift your elbows, set your gaze. From skin to muscle to bone here, hug in. Hold your gaze steady. Where's your breath? Breathe in. Breathe out. From your fingertips to the pinky toe on your right foot, you are alive and present. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Unwind. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Take a big forward fold. Find your block. Put your block in front of you. Ground your hands on the block. Stand on your right foot. Lift your left leg behind you. You have different levels of your block. Some of you may not need the block. It might be okay for you to have your hands on the floor. This is called standing split. It should feel like a lot through the back of your right leg. Some of you might want your block higher, so up even higher on its highest height. Stay in the challenge, guys. Stay with it. Breathe. Good work. Set your left foot down. Stand all the way up. Eagle on the other side, standing on your left leg. Breathe. Keep your arms out like a T. Good. Take your right arm, wrap it underneath your left elbow. Stand on your left leg, wrap your right leg on top. You can cross at the ankles, or you can sit down in that left knee and squeeze your thighs together. Lift your elbows up to chin height, set your gaze steady. Look at how all the little elements of what you've been practicing showing up here on your mat come together at one time into one steady piece. Like all the pieces of the puzzle start clicking. Belly in, shoulders down. Toes are light on your left foot. Driving through that heel. Breathe. Good work. Unwind. Unwind your arms. Reach up. Exhale, fold. Get ready for standing split on the other side. Standing on your left foot. You can use your block or fingers can be on the floor. Lift your right leg. Breathe. One leg will be more challenging than the other. This is actually so good for the stability of all those tiny little muscles, ligaments, and tendons in your foot that's bearing the weight right now. Good. This is very challenging for most of us because we're not that long through the back of our legs, and it requires your core and back to be alive and active, holding you up. Breathe. Lift your right foot like 1 inch more. Good work. Set your right foot down. Stand all the way up. Reset in your Tadasana, hands at the side. Close your eyes. If your heart is beating, that right there should bring you joy. If it makes you mad when something's hard, I invite you to start working on a reverse mindset. When your heart starts beating and it's hard, you get so filled up with gratitude and awe that this is what your body can do. All right, friends, we're going to do what's called dancer. A few different levels. Level 1, you're going to have your left hand on your hip and see if you can bend your right knee and reach for your foot. Let's start right here. All right, good. So foot is behind you. If you're struggling here, you may come back to this place. Next level, take your left hand up towards the sky. This is working on balance, so gaze is important. Hugging into your true north, your center line is important. Level 3, if you want to go further, you start to tip your body forward as you press your foot back. You might fall down, it's okay. In fact, I encourage you to go to the place where you fall down because that's where you learn, where you are now. Tension through your back foot and hand will help you to lift. Good, let it go. Reset, stretch out your feet. Let's do the other side. Right hand on your hip. Breathe. Big cleansing breath, big breath in. Do it for each other, breathe out. Somebody is looking at you in your life right now and understanding and watching you and wondering how you have the strength to show up how you are. Here you go. Left foot in your left hand. All right, this may be where you are, where you're just trying to get your balance. It helps if you hug your pelvis under and then push that foot away a little bit so you get a little bit of resistance to help you stay strong on the standing leg. Level 2, arm up. Set your gaze. Level 3, keep your gaze where it is even as your body moves. You start to reach forward with your right arm as you push your left foot into your left hand and lift. You can't be perfect every time. I don't want to be perfect anytime. I told you guys from the beginning, we're never striving to be in bikinis on the beach doing yoga, but I do want you to find your edge because that's the glory, right? That's where you know that you're growing. So even if you fall down 15 times, you know you have the courage to get back up. Stay with me, breathe. Good, let it go. Good work, take a big breath in. Step your feet out wide towards the edge of your mat. Take a big forward fold, side facing forward fold. Find some grounding here. So use the block if you need to rest your hands or your forearms. Take your feet out wide enough that you feel like you can soften your chest. Good. I want you to have some grounding somewhere. Tommy looks great. Good, Michaela. Pressing the weight back into your heels. Take 5 breaths here. There's this idea that we are culturally trained to run away from fear, to be safe, to play it safe, to make sure that we always succeed and that we won't ever be alone and that we won't fail. And then you get, that space gets smaller and smaller and smaller as we get older. So break out of that space. Be willing to be messy. Be willing to fail because then you know where you have opportunity. If you let go of the attachment of needing to be right or needing to achieve, then all of a sudden anything is an option. Everybody come to a flat back using your core. Bring your hands to your hips so my chest is parallel to the floor. Nice and strong here. Breathe. Strong through your legs, strong through your belly. Flat back. Good. That's it. Use your core now. Stand all the way up. Good work. Pivot your left toes to the edge of the mat. Bend your left knee. Come to your warrior two. So left foot is bent. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. Reach through your right arm. Take a big breath here, drawing your shoulder back. Reach long from your wrist to your ankle bone. Beautiful, Alana. Great form, Marco. Lunge a little bit more in your left knee. Breathe. Take your left hand off your left knee. Reach it out towards the front of you like you're serving something up. Hold that arm out in front. If you got somebody in front of you, give them a little tickle or a high five, right? Reach out here, reach out, breathe. Good work, guys. Stand all the way back up. Take a big forward fold. Reach up. Hands on your hips, tummy in tight. Rise up, flat back. Turn your right toes towards the back edge or front edge of your mat and bend your right knee. Warrior two now with your right foot being bent. So you're going to be looking the other way. Good. Right knee bent, left leg straight. Extended side angle, right elbow to your right thigh. Don't rush it. Take that left hip back and then sweep your left arm up and long. All 5 toes on your left foot are grounding and you're lifting through your side, so there's no sagging going on here through your core. So good. Reach through your left hand. Please be breathing. You're going to need that power. Ready? Take your right hand off your leg. Reach it forward. So it's like you're serving something up here. Breathe. Keep the bend in your left leg. Everything working together. Where's your breath? Big breath in. Good work. Stand all the way up. Good work, guys. Walk your heels in closer together. Are you exhausted yet?
Yes.
All right, we're on the downhill. Take a big breath in. Reach up. Exhale, fold. Come to your hands and knees. Reset in your child's pose. Take your toes to touch. Relax your elbows. Relax your forehead to the mat. Thank you for getting out of your own way. Take a few breaths here. Big breath in, big breath out. Think of that word, journey. It implies that there's a process and that there's a long way to go. So rather than just being able to see, we're going from this point to this point, it's a journey. Take another big breath in and a big breath out. Come through your hands and knees and scoot your knees back so then you lower all the way down to the floor. Rest your chin on the mat and take your hands down by your sides. So rather than being forward, they're on the floor, palms down by your sides. Locust pose, bring your toes to touch. Push your hands into the floor and lift your chest. If you're okay here, bring your toes together, lift your feet up off the mat, maybe even trying to lift your thighs. Keep your gaze down so your neck is long. If you're okay here, lift your hands. So your hands are now floating and you can really reach through those fingers and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good. Point through your toes. Stretch through your feet. Breathe. Beautiful. Exhale, lower all the way down. Bend your knees, rest your teeth on the mat, and toss your feet side to side. Good. One more like that, and I'm going to progress you to grabbing onto your ankles. If you don't reach both ankles, then I want you to just reach for one at a time. If you can reach both, be mindful we're squeezing our shoulder blades together. Here we go. Lift your chin, lift your shoulders. Bring your toes together, lift your feet. Very strong in your back. Lift your hands. Reach through your fingers. Gaze is down. You're breathing. Bend your knees. Reach for one or both of your ankles and then flex your feet. This is floor bow. One or both. You don't have to have both. Breathe. Exhale, lower all the way down. Good. We're not used to working our back that way, so if it feels challenging, that's okay. This is the part of listening to your body. We're going to do it one more time. If you just had one ankle, grab the other. Inhale, lift your chin. Bring your toes together, lift your hands. This is locust. Bend your knees, catch the other ankle, or again, catch both. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lifting your thighs. Gaze is down. Breathing. Awesome, guys. Breathe. Exhale, release everything. Make a little landing space for your head. Relax. Melt into your mat. See if you can soften your joints. Soften your breath. Soften your feet. Put your hands on the mat. Make your elbows parallel. Sphinx pose. Dropping your elbows right underneath your shoulders, forearms on the mat, keeping your elbows drawn in close to your chest as opposed to being way out. Stretching out your back here. Breathe. Close your eyes. This is the moment where you start to think not about what the challenges are, not about what you can or can't do or what's coming, but you just think, what are you grateful for today, right now? What's your intention? And you tell yourself, I have the power and energy to achieve that intention. Good. Bring your hands closer to your armpits. Bring your feet so they're closer together. Tuck your toes, belly tight. Squeeze those elbows in. Push all the way up to your high plank. Exhale back to your downward facing dog. Soften your knees, soften your chest. Stretch out your back here, pressing your heels down towards the mat. Breathe. Good work. Drop to your knees. Stand on your knees so you bring your hands to your hips. We're going to do camel 3 ways. Remember, you can take a block, put it between your knees. That's a nice way to have some grounding between your knees. You could also use that block, if you remember, outside of the one foot so that when you reach back, you have a place for your hand if it's not quite there yet for you to reach your heel. So your block is handy. Let's start just by having your hands on your hips. Squeeze your elbows together, sticking your chest out. Start pushing your hip bones forward in a way that it makes your neck go back and your chest lift up out of your ribs. Good. So it's not just a bend, it's a lift and a bend. Pushing those hip bones forward. Draw your elbows together. Good. Release, sit down on your heels. Take a little arch of your back, pressing your hands into the mat. All right. Listen to your back. We'll do one foot at a time. So tucking the toes on your right foot, you're going to reach your right hand for your right heel. If that doesn't go there, then it's great for you to use the block. Right hand comes to that block, but it's pretty close to my right ankle. Left hand comes up towards the sky. It's the same lift and then pushing forward. Maybe your gaze can go up and back, but be mindful that you're not collapsing through your neck. Good. Opening a lot. Opening, right? We don't have any reason to stay closed. Open. Breathe here. Reach through your left hand. Let it lift you all the way back up. Come up. Drop your hips towards your heels. Move your block to the other side. Put your hands on the floor. Press your shoulders away and make a little round of your back here just to stretch out your back. Come back up. Other side. Left hand is going to go to the tucked toes, to the heel, or to the block. This is a big stretch through the front of your body, and if you have tight hips and tight hip flexors, you'll feel this. And I also want you to protect your back by pushing your hip bones forward, staying strong in the legs. Right hand comes up. So we're going to the place where you're above 50% in terms of effort, but you're not in a red danger zone by any means, because you're being safe with your back. Back flexibility comes slowly, but it does happen. So think more of reaching through this right arm, getting long through the front of your body. You have to be flexible through the front of your body as well as through your spine. Good. Breathe, lean, reach. Use your core. Reach through those right fingers. Rise all the way back up without collapsing. Good work. Cross your ankles. Sit down on your back and lay all the way down. Find me in bridge pose. So bending your knees, feet on the floor. Relax your hands. Since you've got that block, everybody, if you have it, put that block between your knees. So squeezing the block between your knees. Drive through your heels, push your hips up, bridge pose. So lifting here. Toes are light. Squeeze the block. Good. Put the weight into your shoulders, but that's a safe way because you're squeezing so much. If you touch through the backs of your legs and your tush, I wanted to feel some tightness there. Squeeze. Are you breathing? Inhale. Exhale, lower. Good work. Grab the block. Toss your knees from side to side. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit here. If it feels right for you, you can lift your neck up off the mat. Like you're going to kiss your knees. Just rock a little bit. Good. Relax on the mat. Take your feet straight up towards the sky. Open your eyes. Look at your toes. Straight legs. Take your arms, reach them forward, lift your shoulders. All right, this is step one. Some of you may just stay right here. Working on challenging your abs, just keeping this elevation. All right, level two is we'll do some scissors. So drop your right foot, bring it back up to the top, and then switch. Drop your left foot and switch. All right, if your neck hurts, no problem to support your neck with your hands. Keep those elbows out wide. All right, so one at a time. Here we go. Let's do 10. Go 1. 1. Each foot counts as 1. 2. 2. 3. 3, 4, 4. Now remember, Eduardo offered a modification the other day, and that was to bend your knees a little bit and just tap the heel. You can still do that scissor, but with bent knees, or you could have your chest relaxed on the mat. All right, I think we're at about 7. Here's 8. Come on. Longest 10 you ever did in your life. 9. Point your toes. Dig deep. Try. I'm proud of you. Come on. One more. Good work. Rest. Relax your head. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a big sigh out. Get out of your own way. Don't be afraid to be a little bit silly. Take a big breath in. Make an audible sigh out. Drop your knees to the right. Take a big twist here. Turn your gaze to the left. Come back up to center. Drop your knees to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Whatever I got my shit together face you have on most of the time, you have permission to not wear it this week. How about that? You can still have intention and be a big mess and just tell other people, this is how it is. Like it or not, I'm going off the rails this week. Here we go, guys. We're not quite done with those abs. Stay with me. Bend your knees, glue your, you know what, even better, grab your block, put it between your knees and lift your feet up off the floor. So your feet are at a 90-degree angle here. Squeezing that block between your knees, lift your shoulders, support the back of your neck with your hands. We're going to keep our toes in sight. That means I can't drop my feet down. I've got to keep my feet lifted, so I keep my toes in sight. Squeeze that block. We're going to bicycle here without moving our knees. So right elbow twists to the left knee, left elbow twists to the right knee. So look at me, I'm twisting, feet stay steady, and I'm just lifting opposite elbow to knee, like a side crunch here. Twist, twist. All right, twist, twist. So get those shoulders up and twist. All right, you're not doing this for yourself right now. You're doing this for somebody who needs you to be strong from your very core. So do it, come on, 10, 9, breathe, 8, good Susan, 6, that's it, good Mick, 7, 5, I don't know what number we're on, right? 4, we're breathing, 3, we're almost done, how about that? 2, good Chris, and 1. Okay, now you're done with that, I promise. Put the block underneath your hips. Take your legs up towards the sky. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Close your eyes. Place a hand over your belly button, a hand on your heart. Great work today. Close your eyes. Just be here in your space. Whatever comes your way this week, you're going to take it in stride. You're going to handle it with clarity, because that is part of your practice. It doesn't mean you have to handle it right. You're just going to handle it in a way that has intention, because that's what you're practicing. Good. If you're happy here with your hips on the block, you could stay here. I'm going to walk you through the next level up, which is shoulder stand. So if you want to try that with me, move your block out of the way. You might have done this when you were a kid and never again since then. So you're going to keep your neck neutral, straight up, and just kind of rock your hips up. Take your legs straight up. It's actually easier if your legs go straight up. Support the small of your back, and then walk your hands closer towards your shoulders, mid-back. So you're letting your hips push up high. And it's called shoulder stand because in theory, you should be pressing your shoulders down into the mat and having the rest of your body be straight up. For some of you, if this is like you're not quite there yet or it's not right for your back, why are you beating yourself up about it? I'm just offering something crazy, but that doesn't mean you have to do it. You could put your legs up the wall or straight up the ceiling and feel so awesome. Good. Everybody in shoulder stand, bend your knees and gently roll all the way down to the mat. If you had your hips on a block, move that out of the way. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. And rock and roll all the way up to the top of your mat. Go to your downward facing dog. Take your right foot up towards the sky. We're going to bring ourselves to pigeon by taking your right knee to your right wrist and dropping your foot to the mat. So right knee to right wrist, good. Scoot your left foot back, relax that knee. So my right foot goes all the way to the left edge of the mat. Great. And then walk your body forward. Use your block if you'd like to as a place for your head or your forearms. Awesome. Hard to believe you still had a part of you that hadn't been worked out. Here it is in the back of that hip. This is your chance, your space. So take some deep breath. If you're holding tension somewhere, see if you can allow yourself to melt a little bit more. Thank you for showing up on your mat today. Thank you for showing up again and again. Thank you for sharing your courage, for being a part of this journey. Good work, guys. Come back here. Put your hands on the mat. You can make your way through tabletop and then to your downward facing dog. We'll do the other side. Take your left leg up. You're going to take your left knee to your left wrist and then bring your left foot across towards your right wrist. Scoot your right foot back. Good. And that's how you set yourself up there for pigeon on that side. Perfect. Lower down. So we're not spending too long here, so we don't have a lot of time to get all the props and all the little things out, but you know from experience now what feels right, what feels off, so adjust yourself a bit. There should be a space between your left glute and the floor. So you're not dropping completely onto that left hip, but keeping your hips more squared. We're at the last 90 seconds of our class together. So if there's anything else you are holding on to, please don't carry it around all week. Let it go right now. It is all going to work out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful. Make your way back. Lift your chest. You can go back through your tabletop if it feels right. I like to do one last down dog just to have both legs kind of even. Push through your arms and your hands, pressing your heels toward the mat. Last big stretch here in upside down V. And then you can come through, dropping your knees to the mat, taking your ankles out in front of you. Lay all the way back. Find a place that feels right for you. You're here for a moment. Maybe your hands are up and you're receiving. the energy. Close your eyes. Clear your mind of everything right now except breathing in and breathing out. And if that's hard for you to do, you could just say to yourself, breathe in, breathe out. Let your arms drift up above your head. Keep your eyes closed. From fingers to toes, take a big stretch. I'm not perfect. No one else actually wants you to be perfect. You're the only one who's expecting you to be perfect. I invite you to let that go starting now. Just be what you are, which is already enough. As long as you keep trying, keep growing. Bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. Bring your hands back down by your sides and roll over to your side and then all the way up to a seat. Maybe keeping your eyes closed that whole time so you just feel yourself move through space. Bring your hands together at heart center. That was about 55 minutes of an exciting journey. Nonstop through all four corners of your mat, every muscle in your body. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.
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 Namaste.